There are over 8 billion people alive today. Millions dream of becoming world champions. Millions dream of becoming Hollywood stars. Millions dream of changing the world. Almost nobody achieves even one. Arnold Schwarzenegger achieved all three. He became the greatest bodybuilder of his generation, one of the biggest movie stars in history.
Son of a bitch.
And the governor of California.
Give tough choices ahead.
A journey so unbelievable that if it hadn't happened, it would sound like fiction. This is the impossible life of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't born into fame. He wasn't born into opportunity. He was born in 1947 in the small Austrian village of Thal, just 2 years after the end of the Second World War. Europe was still rebuilding. Food was scarce. Money was even scarcer. His father, Gustav Schwarzenegger, was a police officer and former soldier. He believed discipline created strong men. Praise was rare. Expectations were high. Arnold would later describe his childhood as strict and demanding. But even as a young boy, he dreamed far beyond the tiny village around him. Most children imagined becoming mechanics, or teachers, or farmers. Arnold imagined something much bigger. America. At just 15 years old, everything changed. He walked into a gym for the first time. The smell of iron, the sound of weights crashing, the sight of enormous physiques. It was unlike anything he'd ever experienced. From that moment, his life had a direction. While other teenagers spent evenings with friends, Arnold trained relentlessly. He wasn't simply lifting weights. He believed he was building a future. He later said that bodybuilding wasn't just exercise. It was his ticket out of Austria, out of poverty, and into the life he imagined. By his late teens, Arnold was already winning bodybuilding competitions across Europe. But Europe wasn't enough. Every bodybuilding magazine, every champion, every opportunity seemed to exist in one place: America. There was just one problem. He barely spoke English. He had almost no money, no connections, no safety net. Yet in 1968, at only 21 years old, Arnold boarded a plane to the United States. To many people, it looked reckless. To Arnold, there was never another option. His confidence confused people. Some called it arrogance. Others thought he was delusional. But Arnold viewed confidence differently. If you couldn't see yourself succeeding, why would anyone else? While many immigrants spent years trying to fit in, Arnold stood out immediately. His accent was thick. His personality was enormous. His ambition even bigger. He wasn't trying to become another bodybuilder. He wanted to become the greatest bodybuilder who had ever lived. In 1970, Arnold achieved exactly that. At only 23 years old, he became the youngest Mr. Olympia in history. It wasn't luck. It wasn't genetics alone. It was obsession. He trained for hours every day, often twice a day, 6 days a week. His workouts became legendary: heavy weights, high volume, endless intensity. But Arnold possessed something many competitors didn't. He understood psychology. He knew bodybuilding wasn't only won inside the gym. Sometimes it was won before competitors even stepped onto the stage.
The day of the contest, if he comes in his best shape and he's equally as good as I am, or if, let's say, he's a few percent better as I am, I spend with him one night. I go downstairs and book us together in a room, you know, to help him for tomorrow's contest. And that night, he will never forget. I will mix him up. He will come so ready to South Africa, so strong. But by the time the night is over, the next morning, he will be ready to lose.
He became famous for his confidence, his mind games, his ability to convince rivals they had already lost. Over the next decade, Arnold won 7 Mr. Olympia titles. His physique transformed bodybuilding into something far bigger than a niche sport. Suddenly, muscles weren't just muscles. They represented ambition, discipline, power. And for millions of young men around the world, Arnold became the face of bodybuilding itself. Most champions would have stopped there. Arnold was only getting started. There was one problem with Arnold's next dream. Hollywood didn't want him. Studio executives told him his accent was too strong. His surname was impossible to pronounce. His body was too muscular. Some even suggested changing his name completely. To almost everyone else, that would have been the end. Instead, in 1982, Conan the Barbarian proved audiences wanted to watch him. Then, just 2 years later, everything changed. The Terminator, a role that nearly went to someone else. Arnold had only 17 lines of dialogue, but he didn't need more.
I'll be back.
3 words, one of the most famous movie quotes ever spoken. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Arnold became one of the highest paid actors in the world. Predator, Total Recall, True Lies, Kindergarten Cop.
Hey, how you doing? You must be the Mr. Kimball we hear so much about.
You hit the kid, I hit you.
You bastard!
He wasn't simply making action films. He became the action hero. Most people would have retired. Arnold found another challenge: politics. In 2003, he announced he was running for governor of California. Critics laughed. An actor, a bodybuilder, running one of the world's largest economies. It sounded absurd until he won. For the next 8 years, Arnold served as California's governor, another impossible dream. Completed. But life isn't only defined by victories. Shortly after leaving office, it emerged that Arnold had fathered a child years earlier with a member of his household staff. The revelation shocked the world. His marriage to Maria Shriver ended. His reputation suffered. For many public figures, that scandal would have become the final chapter. Arnold chose something different. He admitted his mistakes publicly.
And she has been an extraordinary woman. She has been an extraordinary wife, friend, lover, everything. And so she did not deserve that. That's, I can tell you. And that's why I felt always terrible about the whole thing.
And slowly rebuilt his image through charity work, environmental campaigns, fitness, and reconnecting with audiences around the world. His story became more complicated, more human. Not the story of a perfect man, but of someone who refused to let failure become the end.